Ladies and
I
gentlemen,
speak for the birds.
I present to you Vince, the attorney.
Stuttering John fans, have I got some breaking news for all of you.
This how clear he is. You see how clear he is? That's a good camera he's got.
Yeah. He's got a good setup. Look at Eric in the bottom high pitch with the live logo on the bottom corner.
Oh, man. I really thought that was Chad. I swear to God.
I have spoke to the one and only Stuttering John. John Melendez is my
friend. Now, I will tell you this. Most of what he's saying here is accurate because we were texting about this last night. And I gave a little bit of a tease about it today on BS, not knowing that Vinny was just going to just pour everything out on the table.
Worked together to build his YouTube channel from 4,000 subscribers to what it is today. When I began to help him, he had multiple videos that potentially would be taken down due to copyright. The thumbnails were not proper, and the overall channel just didn't have much direction. With my help and guidance, he built it up to what he has today. I had access to John's email, John's passwords, John's entire YouTube account. I have never done anything nefarious to John, nor would I. We were friends and business partners working together. I receive a lot of texts from people claiming to be John, and sometimes I respond, sometimes I don't. But John and I have a secret code word that none of the imposters know.
Cores?
This Cores, yeah. This is like Houdini and his wife. You know, they've had that pact of when he dies, he'll have that. So you'll know who's a ripoff.
Vince, when my career dies, I'm going to send you a word.
I love that they have a code word.
I haven't spoke to each other in about a year. We've texted and we've emailed, but we haven't spoken. I told Benz I would call him back, and I spoke to John. I congratulated him on his daughter's graduation, and we spoke about our families and things like that. Then we got into some interesting details about what John was really calling for.
Here we go.
He said he was upset about a lot of the lies that were being spread on the internet, and he wanted to address it somehow.
Okay.
So first, a few updates about John. One, he's not moving to Florida. He told me he just purchased a beautiful house in California, which he put 6 figures down.
Okay. So John is not moving to Florida. He is in LA. He will stay in LA, and he has a new home that he just put 6 figures down.
Unfortunately,
the first, tell that to people when you call them.
I mean, you do when you're John.
He told me that he aced the teaching boards and that he's planning on becoming a science teacher.
So so now he's going full time into teaching, and Mr. Math is now going into science.
Yeah, but without a science degree.
Well, but he aced the teaching exam.
Okay.
We then moved on to our mutual disdain for Shuli and Karl.
Okay.
Jokingly said that if he
this is getting good. We're talking about violence now.
Yes, this is
on to our mutual disdain for Shuli and Karl.
Yes.
He jokingly said that if he was in a room with either of them, he would punch them immediately. Then I asked John if I could approach those two with a proposition. Let's do one final show where he could confront those two aspiring comedians. No holds barred. Any issue could be discussed. I was intrigued, so we started to talk about the financial terms. The amounts being spoken about that John would have to be paid range from either $400 to $40,000. No joke. We were
$40,000.
Is Shuli going to be partners in his house?
No, I offered him a sex tape deal. That's me and him are going to bang. He asked for $40,000.
All right, so we'll take $250.
And as soon as I find out any more confidential information, I will disclose it here. There are a few updates that John wanted to convey regardless.
Thank you.
First, he is still mad at Kumia for speaking negatively about his kids.
Okay.
Number 2,
follow along.
He is in the best shape of his life, having just completed a half marathon.
Okay. That's one of my favorite things right now because he's posted pictures from graduation a week or two ago. And look, am I in great shape? No, but I don't think if John's in the best shape of his life, then
I believe it because he's been running from the entertainment business for years.
And listen, he didn't say how long it took him to finish the half marathon. He might have started in January.
This is recent, Christina. This is like yesterday, right?
This video came out today. This is he had this conversation with John last night or the night before because he was texting with me and Karl, and the three of us are getting together. I'm not sure when, but we're getting together this week to talk about all this, how to do it. I say you make it like a town hall. Whoever's got a problem with John, we send them the link, and then we just pop them up, and they like walk up to the podium, and then they air their grievance, and John gets a rebuttal, and then we move on.
I love it.
Yeah.
3, he did not order Hitman Dan to pay a visit to Shuli.
I mean, that is just not true. That is just not true. Right. Then why did he get so mad at Brian Phelan for revealing that John? These guys told Phelan, not Dan, but other guys who know these guys. They told Phelan that John had called these guys up and told them to come pay me a visit. So again, John, just admit it. That's the most infuriating thing about the guy. Yeah. Forget about all the shit he talks and blocking. The most infuriating thing is that he thinks we're as dumb as him.
Yeah. Claims that Dan took it upon himself to pay that visit, and he had nothing to do with it. 4, John is not afraid to confront Shuli or Karl.
I like number 4. Karl is gay.
He believes is gay.
Wait. I didn't know he was addressing it too. That's funny.
4, John is not afraid to confront Shuli or Karl, who he believes is gay, in any type of form, including a ring, but he'll do it face to face or via a live show. 5, he wanted to reiterate that he was a writer on the Howard Stern show.
Oh my God, he's fucking insane. Let it go, you fucking lunatic. Let it go.
We're just starting on the list. Hold on. At least wait. Let
There's a lot of space below that 4.
He wants to reiterate. Yes, that should tell you something. Here we go.
I wanted to reiterate that he was a writer on the Howard Stern show, on the Stephanie Miller show, the Late Night Show with Jay Leno, and he was also the head writer of the Kareem
Abdul-Jabbar roast. I knew it. How did I know that?
Then why do we believe John will do this? John is not doing a show with David. I happen to agree with you, Zeta, 100%. But that being said, if anyone can convince John, it's this no-neck having weirdo right here. He can do it. He can do. This guy is good.
I mean, his little Snuggie shirt.
Yes.
Yeah. I almost said Snuggie. Is that the shit you wear to sleep?
Yeah.
Okay.
Episodes 5 and 6 of Out of the Habitat are behind the paywall, guys. Nice. So
thank you.
Knock yourself out. Thank you.
6, John wanted to address money issues. He claims that someone on Reddit is
not that poor.
John wanted to address money issues. He claims that someone on Reddit is making false claims that he owes child support and that he can't pay his bills. And John wants to make it very clear that that is not true. In addition to putting down 6 figures on the new house in California,
here we go.
He also has 2 pensions. He said he's getting payments from the first pension now, and when he turns 60, he will receive an additional payment from an additional pension fund.
I like that he wants to reiterate this for one guy on Reddit.
It's amazing.
Make sure you announce this. Like, John,
okay, can you imagine that this is your phone call to Vince? Can you imagine what the rest of his days are just looking to see what people are saying so he can get this ready?
In all honesty, you know who used to call me with stuff like this? Eric the actor. Eric the actor, I swear to you, he would say, can you put a post saying I'm not dead? Can you put a post up saying I'm not gay? Can you put a post up saying, and it was over like some guy with no avatar picture, not a real name.
Okay, you gay homo.
Yeah.
He also claims to have full health insurance. 7, John.
I'll make a deal with you. If he hits you up and he says he's doing a show, here's the deal. You can do it as long as Mike and I get the link and we go on with you. Then it's on.
And you have to have the proof of the health and everything.
This is your conversation with Vince. You haven't talked to him for a year, and then that's what you bring up.
That he is a frequent reader of Shuli's Anonymous, where he finds that content to be accurate and funny. Once I found,
but Dabbler's Anonymous, he does not find accurate and funny.
Strangely,
got it.
It's amazing.
What's weird is I find the content on Shuli's Anonymous accurate and funny.
Found out about John's price tag and his willingness to do this final show. I approached Shuli and Karl to see their reaction. Both seem a bit scared to face John face to face or in any type of form. But I said I would be there to mediate. But with full disclosure, I have been friends with John much longer than those two, and I just like John better than both of them. But I assured them that
not much of a mystery for this upcoming heel turn, huh?
like for John and my dislike for them would not interfere with the show.
Good.
To be clear, this is not a prank. I know that it was John because we spoke on the phone, and John and I also have a secret code word, and this is true, that he gave to me to confirm his identity. I'm excited for the potential of this show, and I will disclose all confidential information as soon as I get it on.
He's an attorney, and he's an attorney. He's going, I'm going to tell you everything as soon as I hear.